Will you recognize your mother in heaven? Your spouse? Your child? This is the question that haunts the hearts of so many believers, and the answer is more profound and more unsettling than most dare to imagine. The truth is, yes, you will know your loved ones, but not in the way you knew them on earth. The relationships you cherished here will be transformed, not erased, and that shift is both glorious and shocking. Jesus said plainly in Matthew 22:30 that in the resurrection, people neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. A verse that exposes a hidden truth many don't want to confront. Earthly roles dissolve in the presence of eternal identity. Your earthly marriage ends, but the love does not. It's purified, elevated beyond the temporary titles of husband, wife, or parent. In heaven, you will not cling to people as mine, because every soul belongs fully to God, and our joy will not come from exclusive bonds, but from perfect unity in Christ. Yet don't be mistaken, recognition is not erased. When Jesus was transfigured, Moses and Elijah appeared and were instantly recognized, Matthew 17:3, even though the disciples had never seen them in their earthly lifetimes. This reveals a supernatural knowing, beyond memory, beyond flesh, a spiritual recognition that will flood your being. 1 Corinthians 13:12 pierces through the fog of mystery. For now we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. That knowing will include your family, but not only as relatives. You'll see them as fellow heirs, fellow warriors, fellow sons and daughters of the Most High. The mother who wiped your tears will stand beside you as a radiant child of God. The child you buried too soon, you'll know their glorified soul, not marked by tragedy, but wrapped in the triumph of redemption. But here's the warning. If you are clinging to the hope of reunion without having first secured your own salvation, you are gambling with eternity. Heaven is not a sentimental family reunion. It is a place of unfiltered holiness, where nothing unclean enters, Revelation 21:27. The secret most avoid is that hell is full of people who wanted heaven, but not God. They wanted comfort, not Christ. You will not drag your earthly attachments into paradise. Only what is rooted in the Spirit will remain. That's why Jesus warned, "Who is my mother? And who are my brethren? Whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother, and sister, and mother." Matthew 12:48-50. This was not a dismissal of earthly family. It was a revelation of what family truly is in God's kingdom: obedience, righteousness, and spiritual adoption. Romans 8:15 declares you have received the spirit of adoption, crying, "Abba, Father," and that makes every saved soul your eternal kin. But this also means some people you called family on earth may not be with you there. And that truth should break you. It should light a fire in you to intercede, to witness, to fight for their eternity. Because in heaven, relationships are not erased, they are perfected. The drama, dysfunction, and distance vanish, replaced with holy intimacy and eternal peace. But nothing unholy will cross the threshold. That's the challenge. Are you preparing now for the relationships that will last forever? Or are you still idolizing the ones that are fading away? The time is short, the veil is thinning, and the reality is this: heaven will be filled with those who loved God more than their own blood. Will you be one of them? Will the people you love stand beside you not as father, daughter, or cousin, but as saints, marked not by last names but by the blood of the Lamb?